The fortune teller has prepared a prediction for the year 2022 for the Earth zodiac sign of Taurus, which is celebrating its birthday between April the 21st and May the 20th. What opportunities, news, or changes await Taurus during 2022, according to an astrological prediction prepared by the fortune teller. Read a prophecy in love, health, work and career enriched with interesting information about the sign of Taurus. P. The personality of Taurus in 2022. Taurus is one of the zodiac signs of the zodiac. The earth element is shared by Taurus together with the sign of Virgo and Capricorn. In the astrological graph, these earth zodiac signs are positioned at an angle of 120 degrees to each other. The astrological characteristics of the signs predetermine the common basic characteristics of these three signs. Common keywords or characteristics for the earth signs of the zodiac are a focus on material goods, on practical progress in life, with a strong orientation for work, money, and harmonious relationships. The sign of Taurus, as well as other earth signs of the zodiac, may be more closed in relationships. A strong positive feature of the signs that share the earth element together is also strong logical thinking and exceptional diligence. Taurus is a sign of the zodiac that certainly belongs to the most industrious people, who never give up without a fight and without a goal. Taurus is very popular in society, and it will not be otherwise in 2022. Strong logical thinking and relentless diligence can move Taurus to new life opportunities and financial improvements this year as well. The earth element that enriches Taurus's life also symbolizes life prosperity, stability, and Taurus's creative power. It also describes physical attractiveness, security, and intuition. All these characteristics are associated with the sign of Taurus, which is a faithful partner and an excellent friend. The earth element has a more negative effect on Taurus by enclosing his nature and can cause him complications in the early beginnings of the relationship or in joining the collective. Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac. It is a strong sign, which is characterized by stability and perseverance. The strong signs of the zodiac are the four signs that are arranged in a cross in the astrological chart. These include the signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The strong signs of the zodiac are characterized by the fact that when the sun passes through them, we are in a period that does not change, it does not begin nor end. If the sun enters the sign of Taurus, the spring and all its beauty begins. At the heart of spring is this firm zodiac sign that maintains a balanced flow of natural things. Thanks to this feature, Taurus is also able to cover projects that are already underway. They can get on a moving train and quickly understand their position. This strong feature of the strong sign helps Taurus in every work and life. It helps to keep property and material things in balance, which is extremely important in Taurus's life for his mental well-being. A reliable and energetic Taurus has a strong focus on achieving career success during its life. He is a hard-working man who can sometimes be considered a great careerist because he spends a lot of his time in his work. He focuses on the material world, where he wants to achieve balance throughout his life. If he feels harmony in this area, he can devote himself fully to interests other than physical pleasures and his hobbies, which are often cooking, music or gardening. Taurus is suitable for any creative activity, where manual work is required, and where he can fully express his creative spirit. Taurus is an exceptionally good father who teaches his children respect, and thanks to him, children gain a lot of valuable knowledge. A woman born in the sign of Taurus is equally an exceptional woman, and an unbeatable mother who can harmonize her energies to such an extent that order and love prevail in a common household. Taurus in life hate rapid changes of opinion or quick decisions. They can be nervous about uncertainty, and they find it more difficult to overcome complications in the field of work or private life. Taurus is one of the signs of the zodiac, concentrating not only on the material world, but also on physical pleasures. Taste, touch, and hearing have developed really strongly, so they can perfectly enjoy quality music, an excellent dinner, or the touches of their loved one. The ruling planet of Taurus is a planet of romance, attraction and beauty. The ruling planet is shared by the sign of Taurus, also with the seventh sign of the zodiac, the sign of Libra. The planet Venus acts on Taurus with its strong energies and affects its basic characteristics. These are specified in Taurus mainly thanks to this planet, which brings loyalty and creative spirit to the Taurus. Thanks to Venus, Taurus is not only an exceptional parent, but also a great cook or gardener. Taurus tends to be very dependent on other people in his life, and he needs one great true love in his life. Taurus is more than the other signs of the zodiac looking for a half that will always support him in life. Despite the emotional foundation from Venus in certain astrological transits, the sign of Taurus is a very balanced sign, which will bring a lot of practical thinking and intelligence into any test of life without any problems. This earthly and strong second sign of the zodiac is connected in life with the second astrological house, which is also referred to as the house of property. This astrological house, associated with the sign of Taurus, symbolizes property opportunities, freedom and the ability to exercise in life. In Taurus, it also evokes a positive attitude towards material goods and finances. Taurus wants to secure not only himself, but also his whole family, so that they never suffer from shortages. His ability to apply himself in every direction gives life to a number of opportunities for Taurus to choose their longed-for life path even at a young age. This second sign of the zodiac is strongly focused on his life path, and at a later age he achieves a great feeling of happiness and satisfaction in life. On the other hand, since Taurus is very oriented towards money and material goods, it may happen that he is troubled by a large amount of financial loans or debts in life. In this horoscope, we will also look at the financial stability of Taurus during 2022. The sign of Taurus and the sign of Libra are controlled by the planet Venus. In these two signs it is very strong, and thanks to the action of the planet Venus on the sign of Taurus, or on the sign of Libra, these two signs of the zodiac can fully manifest their basis and their pure form. Even during 2022, Taurus will experience the strong influence of Venus right at the beginning of the year. We classify Taurus as a female sign, where belong not only Taurus, but also the sign of Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn and the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces. Female signs are endowed with strong empathy, ability and great patience. During 2022, Taurus is mainly affected by the Moon and the positive transits of Venus operating in the 4th, 5th or 7th astrological house. We will discuss more about the effect of Venus on the sign of Taurus in the horoscope for 2022. The year 2022 will also be influenced by the basic position of Taurus in astrological houses and its characteristic features. We will look not only at the ruling planet, but also at its element and other important transits. In 2022, Taurus will be focused on work and success, but harmonious periods can also be replaced by relationship problems and broken health. The friendships that Taurus will make in 2022 will have a strong foundation and will make sense for the future. Taurus, now you have the opportunity to know your destiny in 2022 in terms of the operation of the planets and all the aspects that are closely connected with Taurus. Get to know the prediction in love, finances, at work and also in health. Will the year 2022 be successful, and can Taurus overcome every problem that has arisen? Horoscope of Taurus 2022 will reveal a prediction in all important life directions. Positive changes in Taurus life in 2022. In January, the retrograde Venus will take care of several changes in Taurus's life. Taurus concentrates all his energy mainly on himself, on building his own psyche, and also on love and family relationships. As you will be more closed in on yourself in January, you will mainly deal with your unresolved relationships from the past. In January, all your energy is focused on relationships, that have remained unresolved in the past, whether with friends, lovers, or co-workers. So in January, focus mainly on resolving unfinished disputes and meditate. A certain wise woman in your life, which you have so far perceived as a good counselor, will help you solve many conflicts and problems from the past in the month of January, at the beginning of 2022. As for love, friendships, and family relationships, the second month of 2022, February, brings a positive energy to the life of Taurus and immense physical beauty. This positive month brings much more energy for Taurus because the retrograde Venus resonates, and you can focus on your presence because you have managed to resolve other relationships to your satisfaction. The following months will be more difficult for Taurus, also in terms of romantic relationships or family life. For example, March means up to 17 suitable days for singles to experience love that will last. Just in March, a single Taurus has a lot of chances to know the love of his life. May will be complicated for Taurus in several areas, and from the point of view of the astrological chart, May seems to be the most negative month of 2022. Summer months, June, July, and August again harmonize all negative energies in relationships with which you understand well. Also, June seems to be a good month to share love with family members, according to the astrological chart, and 2022 also brings opportunities to resolve disharmonious friendships, especially in May. There are also several opportunities for those who want to enlarge their family and bring a new offspring into the world. You can find positive dates for fathering a child in the section Love and Relationships. This horoscope will also tell you if the year 2022 is suitable for a marriage for the sign of Taurus, and which dates are ideal for sealing a long-term love. The last months of 2022 include many opportunities to build stronger relationships, whether with friends, with your love, or with yourself. From a working point of view, the beginning of the year will be ideal for solving the obligation and for completing all started tasks. You can move forward from 20th March to 10th May, as astrological transits wish success and opportunities for the unemployed. Taurus will have several opportunities to carry out activities to meet the needs of others. Taurus's great dedication and hard work in 2022 deprives Taurus of the amount of energy you will need to supplement with a healthy lifestyle and exercise. In terms of the obligation of 2022, May and June recommend cleaning the energetic aura at home. If you clean up the negative energy of the household at the beginning of June, success and greater satisfaction will also be added to your life. The summer month of August is extremely positive for those whose job is to work with people or provide services. The team will thrive, not only in this activity, but in business as a whole. In terms of finances, the year 2022 for Taurus is in some respects balanced, although Taurus will feel a certain tense period right at the beginning of January, which we will discuss in the negative aspects of this year. From a positive point of view, the months of February, March, and April come, which are extremely stable, and do not interfere with any negative impact on Taurus's finances. You can read more about how Taurus's finances will develop during 2022 in the financial horoscope on the following pages. January 2022 seems to be a strong month due to the retrograde ruling planet of Taurus, which intervenes in all aspects of Taurus, work, love, but also health. From a health point of view, January will help Taurus to analyze past health problems and even find suitable solutions. January is an excellent month for all preventive checkups, even though it is only the beginning of the year. This month will also motivate those who are trying to lose weight and make a change in their own diet towards a better lifestyle. The middle of 2022 will be challenging from a health point of view, but you can think of a pet that will improve and strengthen your psyche. December 2022 is a health idyllic month that helps Taurus stabilize its health and improve its condition. In terms of positive aspects, therefore, the year 2022 brings several influences that offer Taurus opportunities, not only to strengthen the relationship and family ties, but also to move forward in work and gain better financial stability. Negative changes in Taurus life in 2022. So Taurus is waiting for a complicated May, which will bring several challenges that you will have to manage emotionally and professionally. From a health point of view, there are also several months that do not recommend the bull in 2022 to travel or perform risky activities. In terms of emotions, you will have to deal with past emotional issues in love in January. These problems can concern both the private love life of Taurus, as well as family or friendships. Taurus will go back in time, which may cost you a lot of energy in January. You will deal with the past mainly with yourself, but you will also seek help from your loved ones whom you trust. The demanding January from an emotional point of view will be offset by the effects of February, when the astrological chart indicates positive vibrations in love. In April, you will feel several days of loneliness, when you will feel lonely, even if you are surrounded by a large number of friends or your love. This loneliness will mainly affect the singles, who will seek society, only to escape the intense feelings of insecurity and loneliness. May also draws attention to several warnings in the area of emotions. Some of the Taurus's friends have dishonest intentions with your person, and may even betray you. The whole of May represents a very disrupted family relationship, and even a deterioration of the financial situation. This May negative vibration will hit every Taurus to a great extent, and therefore it is necessary to draw fresh energy and strength at the beginning of 2022. During May, you will face various quarrels, disruption of the relationship with a friend, partner or lover, as well as disruption of family relationships. The horoscope also points out the conflicts between you and your siblings. The total May emotional decline will take Taurus away, and you will have to prepare for the large expenditure of energy that will require coping with these negative days. At the end of May, the negative energies will begin to subside, and the month of June will mean the stabilization of your own person. July is positive in terms of the relationship, and other disharmonious relationships will not be brought until the month of August, specifically the period around August 24. In September, the horoscope draws the attention of every Taurus to a love affair that can affect long-term relationships. The astrological chart shows that the love affair mainly affects Taurus who are dissatisfied in a relationship and who have a close relationship with someone at work. Mastering this aspect, and these provocations by astrological transits, will be extremely important for Taurus, especially for their future relationships. In November, Taurus is hit by enormous jealousy and nervousness, especially in unbalanced relationships. If in 2022 you are in a relationship that you think is out of balance, you must resolve these feelings at the beginning of the year, otherwise you will be followed by enormous nervousness, quarrels and misunderstandings in relationships throughout 2022. From a career point of view, the beginning of the year will not bring opportunities for any new projects, and no exceptional opportunities related to career advancement or job improvement. In February, you will even have trouble educating your children. February energies can bring misunderstandings with children, and a complication in managing their upbringing. Unemployed people will feel negative energies, especially around March 17th, 18th and 19th. When looking for a job, you feel a futile attempt to change something in your life, and therefore a mild depression may occur in your life. On March 19th, there is an impact on your hard work and stamina, which also marks your effort at work. The retreating Mercury will affect Taurus's communication skills in May and early June, which will be significantly reflected in your work. September energies mean nervousness in the presence of other people, and a problem when working with people. Overall, 2022 is not suitable for long journeys, and Taurus is advised to choose a holiday close to his home. Finances will be problematic in January, but only from Taurus's psychological side. You will feel financial uncertainty, which will result in later accumulation of assets and accumulation of money at the end of the year. All of Taurus's energy will be focused on gaining better financial status, which may divert your attention from your private life. From August 20th, you will focus mainly on your finances. During this period, you should be careful not to miss the daily joys of life. From a health point of view, the first warning comes in May, which is a generally unstable month for Taurus. You should be aware from 24th May, because astrological transits indicate complications, especially for those who are in a violent relationship or who work in high-risk jobs. From May 24 RH to August 20 RH, there are several negative transits indicating injuries and violence. Each Taurus should therefore be warned during this period, as health may be impaired. However, the final month of 2022 is positive for health, and we will explain this area on the following pages of the horoscope. Dear Taurus, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Taurus, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Love, relationships, family, and friendship horoscope Taurus in 2022. Love of Taurus in relationship. Compatibility in Taurus's love with other signs of the zodiac indicates that Taurus seeks a safe environment in life, will most understand the water sign of Cancer, the sign of Scorpio, Capricorn, and other Taurus, and also the sign of Pisces. It will not be otherwise in 2022, when a patient Taurus will require enough intimacy with a loved one. Right during the opening days of the year, during the month of January, from January 1st to 29th, the retrograde Venus is located in the 10th house of Taurus. The beginning of the year may mean a more difficult period for Taurus, when he will try to deal with all past problems and emotional wounds from the past. During January, Taurus may also feel a misunderstanding of love from people from the past. Relationships that are unresolved or terminated by a misunderstanding will be problematic. If you are a Taurus that has been wounded in love in the past, these energies will come to the fore just as your ruling planet is moving backwards. From Taurus's point of view, the retrograde Venus is located in the 10th astrological house, which reminds the Taurus of the need to move forward in such a way as to fulfill its life desires. Retrograde Venus also brings great hypersensitivity, and therefore Taurus may overreact to his person's criticism. Especially from his beloved or close friends, the critic can hurt him a lot. Due to the retrograde Venus and great sensitivity, you will focus more on the needs of other people during this period. You will desire to please the feelings of others, so that others may be much closer to you. Taurus now requires a lot of love and attention, and therefore this period is especially suitable for moments with loved ones. During the retrograde Venus, you accept the opinions and attitudes of older women, because the female energy is strong, and can advise both a man and a woman on Taurus in trouble and emotional worries. If you are dealing with a problem from the past, ask an older and smarter woman to solve it. A female Taurus may have trouble understanding her friends during January, which mainly causes the problem of penetrating deeper into the feelings of others. During this period, Taurus can usually observe a number of creative activities that she can use to creatively create a gift for a loved one. Please your love in the time of retrograde Venus. From January the 1st to January the 18th, the planet Uranus is located in the first house in retrograde motion. This position of Uranus indicates an unsuitable time for marriage, and also draws attention to the unpredictable actions of the partner. From the 1st to the 18th of January, therefore, astrological movements do not recommend entering into marriages, and they recommend concentrating on the analysis of one's own interior and peace, especially in terms of emotions. In the emotions and love of Taurus, January will belong mainly to personal growth and achieving one's own inner peace. Emotions may seem tense, but Taurus will not be negatively affected by this transit. Until January the 18th, every Taurus should avoid signing important documents, including the marriage contract. In February, the retrograde Venus flips in a straight line, and on February the 6th, it enters the sign of Aquarius in the 10th house. This period affects not only the position of Taurus in society, but also Taurus's marriage and love. The period of Venus in the first astrological house means very friendly energies and a charming radiance of beauty on the outside. These days at the beginning of February are exceptionally suitable for appreciating the good character of a partner, for praise and for connecting the soul and bodies. If you are looking for an opportunity to strengthen your lasting love relationship at the beginning of the year, the days around 6th February are suitable for joint activities with a partner. Known unharmonic aspects during this period affect this transit of Venus, and therefore you have the opportunity to look into the soul of your love and enchant you with charm and beauty. During the following days of February, in mid-February, love and family relationships, or the overall emotional stability of Taurus, will be affected by the full moon, and also the transit of the Sun into the Pisces. From Taurus's point of view, the full moon takes place in the 4th astrological house, which for Taurus means a deep connection with home. The middle of February thus belongs to the connection with home, and the transfer of traditions to the household. One also tends to feel connected to the past, and therefore may feel insecure on an emotional level. As this astrological house is very favorably seated in Taurus, it provides opportunities to make the household special, and to beautify the dwelling for the common good of one's partner and family. The moon in the 4th astrological house feels hectic, and therefore can cause a block in the intimate area. The days in the middle of the month are an ideal time for communication and for mental expressions of love. From February the 18th, the Sun moves to the 11th astrological house of Taurus, and thus the Sun concentrates its action in the sign of Pisces. During the rest of February, it brings the possibility of self-realization in the household, as well as a strong orientation to recognition from its partner. Although Taurus will be a more tolerant person, he will need his partner to support him. Taurus may feel exhausted mainly due to the hectic period at work, and therefore needs a support point, which can be his partner. In February, Taurus's partner should be particularly careful and pay more attention to him than before. You will feel a great need for friendly contacts, and also the Sun in the 11th house is a sign of a better intimate life. When the Sun moves through the 11th house of Taurus, it is a good time to take your partner's hand and go out into the company of those closest and loved ones. On February the 23rd, the Taurus's loving energies will affect the planet Mars in the 10th astrological house in the sextile with Neptune in the 11th house. This position of the planets in the positive sextile symbolizes the desire for mental connection. At some point, your partner becomes your closest friend with whom you have an open and honest relationship. The end of February draws the attention of each Taurus to a huge opportunity to lay all the cards on the table and try to discuss every negative aspect of the relationship with a partner. This is an excellent time to clean the household, because a positive aura must enter the Taurus's home by the end of February. From the end of February until the middle of March, you do not have to expect any negative aspects from the point of view of the astrological horoscope, which would harmfully affect emotional stability. Since February the 18th, the communication in relations has been affected by the transit of the Sun in the sextile with Pluto. The Sun in the 11th house and Pluto in the 9th house influence the style of Taurus's communication, which can also be used in a loving life. The following weekend from March 18th to 20th is excellent for strengthening friendly, family and love relationships. If you have the opportunity, have a picnic in nature and take care of each other. While the Sun is in sextile with Pluto in the 11th and 9th houses of Taurus, higher thinking becomes the key word. You have the opportunity to penetrate into the depths of your partner's soul and reveal all positive aspects that will enchant you. The very vital energies in the emotions come with the transfer of the Sun from Pisces to the sign of Aries in the 12th house. Taurus will survive a double period. On the one hand, you will feel a tremendous effort to achieve perfection at home. Any badly placed thing, or a big mess, can upset you, so much that you deviate from your good habits and react to your partner irritably. From the second point of view, however, it is a period of new love, new energy, and new possibilities. In a long-term relationship, with the transfer of the Sun to the sign of Aries comes an ideal opportunity to improve mutual understanding. Even though your love has been tried for years, these days you will have the perfect opportunity to heal past wounds. You will realize how beautiful it is to have someone by your side who will lend you a helping hand whenever you need it. It is such energies that push the Sun into the 12th house into your life for the rest of March and in the early days of April. In April, the astrological horoscope predicts that you will find many opportunities to overcome every problem in love. You will have strong analytical skills that you will use perfectly to find out the causes of problems in your relationship. Those Taurus who are unsure of the strength of their relationship can find out the truth right now. Pluto's retrograde movements in the 9th astrological house symbolize an in-depth analysis of the relationships, but also the possibility that these findings will hurt those Taurus that are not 100% convinced of their partner's sincerity should be prudent in their relations. Those who have suspicions, or have so far wondered why their partner's love has cooled down, will be confronted with the absolute truth during April. Mars moves to the 11th astrological house in April, strengthening Taurus friendly and social ties. Thanks to this transfer of Mars, you can handle even difficult emotional trials much easier. If you are looking for the truth about your relationship, and you are not 100% sure of your partner's loyalty, the year 2022, specifically the month of April, will clarify your position in this relationship. The astrological chart for Taurus suggests that the month of April will bring many opportunities for you to strengthen friendly bonds, and for superficial relationships to turn into friendships. On March the 20th, the Sun moves to the 1st astrological house. It brings strong feelings of vitality, rebirth, and we focus on the new energies of love. We know our own identity. The first quarter of 2022 may be emotionally challenging for Taurus, but the second quarter will shift Taurus's attention to other values of life. The Sun in the 1st house enhances the qualities of Taurus, which are the ability to listen, great patience, practical and logical thinking. The perseverance and stability of Taurus will thus be fully reflected in private life from April the 20th. During April, especially in its beginning, emotional problems may arise. But it is the Sun that brings up and maintains the stable nature of Taurus. You will be able to combine your logical thinking with deciding on a love relationship. The aspect also brings a certain stability and the ability to release tense energy at home. At the beginning of the year, Taurus manages to solve the emotional instability in life. He finds out what caused the feelings of negative energies flowing from his partner. In the coming days and months, it will be more appropriate to focus on growing the household and on love, which is built mainly by communication, touch and kisses. From May the 10th to June the 3rd, Taurus is tormented by retrograde Mercury in the 2nd and 1st astrological houses. Mercury's retrograde movement will result in thinking about problems from the past, especially in the area of love. These past persistent problems may also be related to money. The emotional stability of Taurus can be disrupted through communication, or through the deterioration of the financial situation. Such prospects of Taurus will also affect stability in family life and emotions. Taurus will fall very quickly and easily into thoughts of the past, and will fixate on one past failure after another. Especially the love affair can affect this retrograde Mercury from a negative point of view, because you will focus all your attention on achieving financial improvement. You will forget about the need for daily emotional expressions of love, and the relationship can cool down. A person with a retrograde Mercury in the 2nd and 1st astrological house can sometimes have trouble seeing real values and concentrating on only one area of life. In case of Taurus, this will be mainly the area of finance, which in the period from the 10th May to 3rd June, also affects deep-rooted emotions and draws Taurus's attention to the material security of himself and his family. You may be concerned about the financial stability of your family in the future, so you may feel more tense in your household with Taurus during this period. To overcome this retrograde phase of Mercury, it is appropriate for Taurus to focus on his interests and hobbies, which he will live with his family. Taurus has an ideal opportunity to teach children handwork and housework, or to focus on some specific large project that will gain momentum. Together with family members, you can create a lot of new photos in nature, get to know the surroundings, or devote all your attention to housework that will enhance their relationships. In this way, you will easily overcome the negative effect of retrograde Mercury on your personality, which will also focus on other areas, such as making a profit and the stress of lack of future finances. Subsequent transits indicate tense relationships and a period of total emotional decline around May 25th to 28th, when the home planet Venus enters a square with Uranus. This transit results in tense relationships. The fact that healthy and deep relationships will not face any extraordinary drama should be emphasized here. If you are open and honest with your partner, and you feel the same way from your partner, the negative aspect of May will not affect you. On the other hand, if you try to make a change, or get excited from a party other than your partner, you may have very difficult days ahead of you. This period is ideal for fun, but you should spend it with your partner. The transit of Venus in quadrature with Uranus also brings eccentricities that can affect moral principles. In any life change, it is therefore advisable to avoid transit when the home Venus comes into square with Uranus, especially during changes in the love life. These days are not a good time for marriage, because if the bride is born under the sign of Taurus, she will face a large number of organizational problems and obstacles. On the other hand, from May the 29th for the rest of the month, comes a very loving and positive period from an emotional point of view. It specifies Venus in the first house, and negates the nervous effect of the reverse Mercury. It brings a positive aura and the joy of love. Taurus will feel the receding Saturn in the 10th house, but also the retrograde Neptune in the 11th house. There comes a period of dedication and focus on the family, as well as the search for the meaning of life. Although Taurus will focus on other areas of life, such as career, family, friendship and finances, on the other hand, his positive attitude towards life will strengthen his love and relationships. From June the 3rd, the time is great for getting married, or deciding on major life changes, such as a new addition to the family, or even a holiday together. Communication with your partner will be open, and love of material things will encourage Taurus to present his partner with something extraordinary and wonderful. During June, it may happen that even single Taurus, which is not currently married, but has a stable partner, will be endowed with something extraordinary and exceptional. Taurus will survive the beautiful June, during which he will have the opportunity to consolidate not only mutual relations with his partner, but also family and friendly bonds. From July the 22nd, the Sun will move to the 4th astrological house, which brings safety and security in the financial direction. To be happy in every area of life, Taurus needs financial stability and a career background. These positive energies are brought by the entry of the Sun into the 4th astrological house, where you can fully concentrate on drawing energy from your safe home. As early as August the 4th, Mercury in the 5th astrological house means the harmonization of love and relationships. Venus in the 4th house around August 11th strengthens friendly and family ties. August seems to be an exceptional month for those couples who wish to become parents or desire another offspring. It is the period when the Sun enters the 5th house, around August 23, that means the connection of the souls of two partners, and also means the strengthening of fertility. Retrograde Uranus causes a slight decline in sexual energy in Taurus's life from August the 24th until the rest of the year. However, this does not mean that Taurus's personal relationships will be disrupted. It means redirecting the focus to communication and other than intimate expressions of love. This Uranus will also bring days when you will not understand your partner. On the other hand, in the coming months there are also positive transits that negate the tense energies of the retrograde Uranus. In September, Taurus must be extremely careful, because Venus in the 6th astrological house means love affairs, especially at work or with someone from the past. For stability in love you have to think. Your loyalty can be tested. What would a reckless romance mean for your lasting relationship? Have you written down all the pros and cons of your proceedings? The horoscope warns that in September it is necessary to be extremely careful. Because of a love affair, Taurus can cause great life problems, which affect him not only at work, but in his partner's life. If you hurt the one who loves you, the remaining months of 2022 will be extremely challenging for you. However, if you resist the temptation of September, you can look forward to a harmonious end to 2022 in the arms of your partner, and with pleasant news that will spice up your life together. The retrograde Mars in the 2nd house, which Taurus will feel from October 30th until the rest of the year, will further strengthen the nervousness in the relationship. This is mainly due to a strong desire for intimate connection, and because of jealousy. You will feel a strong desire, not only for an intimate connection with a partner, but also great jealousy, if these desires are not fulfilled. To overcome this more negative aspect with a smile on your face, you need to learn to work with your feelings and requirements. A feeling of loneliness can be brought to Taurus by a full moon in the 12th house, which occurs on October 9th. Then jealousies may be in the foreground, but you should definitely avoid them from the horoscope's point of view. Venus in the 7th house around October 23rd means an excellent period for marriage and for strengthening mutual love relationships. Love will be felt all around, and this period brings an ideal opportunity to spend time with children and to help them move forward in their lives. Until the end of 2022, there are not many negative aspects that would affect Taurus energy in love. If Taurus overcame the pitfalls in September that could break his long-term relationship, then comes a period of long-term planning for the future, a period of balanced finances and relationships. At the end of November, also the unveiling of a feminine side that will help Taurus communicate with their partner. The new moon in the 9th house, which comes at the time of Christmas, around December the 23rd, gives Taurus an opportunity for new opinions and building stronger family relationships. The end of the year on an emotional level depends mainly on how Taurus will approach the opportunity for a love affair in September. Taurus who succumb to passion and desire for something new will get into big complications. Taurus that is aware of the true values and love of a partner, which may not always be fully manifested, will be rewarded at the end of the year with great news and a strong partnership that will motivate you to take a more positive view of the world around you. The love of single Taurus during 2022. The retrograde Venus hits the energies of the single Taurus at the beginning of the year. Later, you will focus mainly on friendships and family, or on your own higher thinking. Opportunities in relationships and the love of singles do not come until May, when Venus enters the 1st Taurus astrological house. In May and June, retrograde Mercury will also hit the feelings of the singles in a positive direction. Other opportunities for love will be the months of September and October. There are also some warning days when it is not appropriate to establish long-term relationships or try to end your loneliness. Astrological transits suggest that in 2022, single Taurus will feel several more negative days. Taurus will fall into sad thoughts these days and will focus on its past. A rather chaotic period awaits Taurus in January, and this movement of retrograde Venus will hit even the singles. During the period of retrograde Venus, several exceptional events occur for Taurus, which will not be the case even for the singles. There are many days when Taurus will cling to the past and be frustrated with how its new year begins. Retrograde Venus is a transit that cannot be underestimated from this point of view, because it affects the attitude to love life, but also to sexual desires. Venus, as a planet of abundance, beauty and love, warns in the reverse direction of all Taurus, not to make rapid and important changes in life. Therefore, this period is also a warning for singles, who would try to fall into a relationship very quickly, perhaps even into a marriage. Venus will give you many opportunities to enchant the people around you are interested in, but on the other hand it will encourage you to make quick and vigorous decisions. However, you should try to avoid this influence of Venus in January. Any quick and sudden decisions will have a big impact on your future. You may even press on your new acquaintance, which will be frightened by your enthusiasm, and it may discourage them from taking further steps in the relationship. For example, if you are bothered by the past relationships of the person you are interested in, you will be stressed and worried at this time. The retrograde Venus strikes every Taurus and takes us back to the ancient past, when we dreamed of romantic love and the prince on a white horse, or the dream princess. The energies of single men as well as women born in the sign of Taurus will be influenced by the emotional energy of the retrograde Venus. Every Taurus should be more attentive. On the one hand, not to be too paranoid, and on the other hand, not to be too sudden. You are also better acquainted with the field of communication, and therefore you can focus your energies mainly in this direction. If singles learn to handle these chaotic energies of the retrograde Venus early in January, the end of the month will bring a harmonization of these powerful energies. Taurus is not waiting for exceptional opportunities for love in February, March, or April. Most transits will mean influencing the dreams of single Taurus, which will make your head spin, especially during March. You will focus more on your friends and on your future, which you will think about positively. Positive transits will be disrupted by the new moon in the 12th astrological house during the 1st of April, which can significantly intensify the feelings of loneliness of the singles. On April 15th, astrological transits warn against the entry of the planet Mars into the 11th house, when single Taurus tends to form superficial relationships. So if you are only looking for quick and superficial pleasure, Mars, with its entry into the 11th house, gives Taurus the opportunity for quick, but not valuable entertainment. What you experience around April 15th will have no strong significance for your future in love. On April 30th, a new moon in the first house will play with your energies, which mainly affects women born in the sign of Taurus. They will feel strong maternal instincts, which will remind single women that the time for true love is yet to come. Several Taurus will now realize that they have many options in life, they just need to open their eyes wide. Strong maternal instincts will focus the attention of single Taurus, whether women or men, on small children in the family. Therefore, April 30th is a good time to restart energy. You can take care of the children in the family, who need a lot of your attention and time now. This will help you to meditate in some way, and realize what you long for in life, and also in which direction you will go further. From May 10th to June 3rd, certain problems from the past may appear in the lives of single Taurus. Unfinished past relationships, or any disharmonious past relationship, can now hit your normal days. Therefore, be on the lookout for someone who has a heavy heart. The perfect opportunity for love for singles is the entry of the planet Venus into the first house in the period from May 28th to June 3rd. These days, Taurus is attractive, charismatic and radiates positive energy and self-confidence. Therefore, every single Taurus these days should go out among the people, get to know as many new interesting people as possible, and can also focus on enchanting someone who has a long-term interest. The energy of Venus in your home sign amplifies every positive feature of your personality and brings a strong ability to enchant and engage other people. It is not only a great opportunity for singles, but also for the unemployed, and in fact for all Taurus who want to achieve something exceptional in life based on their own personality traits. Now you have the opportunity to show what is really hidden in you, and what beauty is hidden from others inside you. Therefore, every single Taurus should remember the period from May 28th to June 3rd, when your strength and energy are infinite. From the end of June until December, you will be strongly focused on finding your own meaning and value of life. If you manage to enchant the person you have longed for in June, you will have the opportunity to have very meaningful conversations with these people, which will lead you both to a positive view of the world and to the love of things around you. Astrological transits recommend that anyone who managed to find a new love during May and June should spend more time together getting to know each other, walking in nature, and even getting to know family members. Single Taurus can speed up these relationships in the case of new relationships that begin in May and June, because neither of you will feel too much haste or pressure. Relationships that begin between May 28th and June 3rd are expected to last a lifetime. Another such opportunity to know fateful love comes from the entry of Venus into the 5th house of Taurus. This entry takes place from 5th September. These energies will be positive from September 3rd to 10th. Single Taurus thus once again get the opportunity to express their charismatic personality and engage other people. However, you must be careful during September. At the end of September, from September 29th to October 9th, every single Taurus feels an aspect of Venus in the 6th astrological house. Every single Taurus has to watch out for love affairs, especially at work. You tend to form relationships that disrupt the other person's marriage or current relationship. From the point of view of transits, there are relationships that usually do not last long, and to singles, such a relationship would bring only future sadness and unhappiness at the end of September. The astrological chart suggests that love affairs with a colleague from work could turn out very badly and will bring Taurus only a lot of disappointment and decline. On the other hand, if single Taurus is interested in another person at work who is also single, Venus is very heartful and kind in this regard. However, singles must be wary of relationships that would disrupt other marriages or long-term relationships of the other person. On October 9th and 10th, single Taurus will be hit by a strong and deep sense of loneliness. If you feel a mental decline these days, this may be an ideal opportunity to consult an expert on how to endure these flushes of loneliness. If you learn to process your own emotions better at the end of the year, it will bring you a lot of positive energy in the long run. On November 23rd, the feminine side of every Taurus is revealed, and so both men and women feel strong emotions. You feel a strong desire for motherhood, for marriage, and for orienting your life only to long-term and quality relationships. Any Taurus who, by this time, wanted to enjoy the superficial and carefree life of a bachelor or a free son would feel from November 23rd that he must take life to a different level. Until the end of the year, the single Taurus will think about how to move his life in a new direction towards building your own family. These strong emotions will also be intensified by the period around Christmas, specifically from December 23rd, when single Taurus will receive new opinions on how to improve their lives. Dear Taurus, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Taurus, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Family, pregnancy, wedding and friendship horoscope Taurus 2022. Family horoscope Taurus 2022. Love hits the life of Taurus during 2021 in a very strong plane. Taurus's family relationships will also require attention, as you will focus not only on personal growth and material security, but also on personal peace of mind and family relationships. In January, you will feel that you need a lot of freedom in life. You will reject the opinions of family members who will try to refute Taurus's opinion or attitude. Every Taurus needs a personal space where it does not allow others to limit its development and progress. For some Taurus, such a position of Venus will be reflected in a tremendous love for spiritual advancement. You will also desire some form of solitude. In January, you will not focus on family relationships because you will be struck by the feeling of building your own spiritual happiness. Some Taurus become solitary during this period and often sacrifice the closeness of others to understand themselves. The month of January will have a very strong effect on every Taurus, as the ruling planet concretizes and amplifies the amount of energy in retrograde motion. Taurus will strive to achieve an exceptional degree of inner peace. The rest of the emotions from the past will also be transferred to Taurus's life. If family relationships were broken in the past, Taurus will now harmonize them. You desire to end any disagreement with a family member or any negative aspect that has interfered with harmonious family relationships. Thanks to the power of motivation and calming energies, you will be very popular with family members. However, Venus also influences in other ways. Either the Taurus will hide from the world in January, if all family relationships are harmonious, or he will be a healer of all family relationships, if he feels a certain tense energy. In any case, thanks to this strong influence of Venus on Taurus, family life will flourish. In February, you will focus mainly on career growth and on your closest relationships with your partner, parents, siblings, or friends. Around March 2nd, Taurus's tolerance is very strong, as the Sun works in a sextile with Uranus in the 11th astrological house. The help you now have to give to anyone in your family should go from the bottom of your heart. In April, the retrograde Pluto, but also Mars passing through the 11th house, which strengthens social relations and family happiness, comes to the fore. On May 2nd, Venus in the 12th house focuses Taurus's attention on dysfunctional family relationships. In May, there may be quarrels over finances or over Taurus's decisions. You may tend to run your head against the wall. These quarrels will mainly concern finances or private life. Broken relationships can affect Taurus to the point of disrupting the influx of positive energy in his life, and can cause disrupted family relationships throughout May. Venus square Uranus on May 27th reminds Taurus to live life according to their own rules. The May and June retrograde Mercury in the first and second houses hits Taurus so much that he acts childishly in terms of family life. He can look at the well-meant advice of others as an instruction and an attempt to steal his freedom. You become a biased person who overreacts to butting by family members. The tense May and June energies in the area of family relations will not equalize until June 11th, when the planet Venus comes into conjunction with Uranus in the first house of Taurus. The Sun, entering the sign of Cancer in the third house, June 21st, means a strong talent for communication with friends and family. In June, you have the perfect opportunity to delight family members with a meeting, or just with your positive energy and aura. It is a good opportunity to heal any disrupted family relationship that affects the overall energy and aura of Taurus. Until August 24th, you will feel good relationships in several ways, and also among family members. Since August 24th, when Uranus becomes retrograde in the 8th house, family and personal relationships may be slightly hampered. Certain family members will be overly interested in your private and personal life, and will try to direct your life in the direction they would like it to go. However, Taurus feels the energy of Venus passing through the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th astrological house, which strongly reminds Taurus of the need to present personal freedom and his own opinion of the future. Taurus, who intentionally disrupted certain family and interpersonal relationships in the past, will be discouraged by thoughts of the past until the end of the year. You will be reminded of what a selfish person you have been in the past. These negative energies from Taurus's past will make him regret his wrongdoing. You should also take steps to make it right. It is not too late for the relationship to be rectified. During 2022, Taurus will have several opportunities to spend more time in his family circle. Some Taurus manage to conceive a child, which will mean an even greater expansion of their own family. Taurus should pay particular attention to the health of family members around 20th March, 20th April, 23rd October and 25th November. These days can negatively affect your loved ones. Therefore, it is necessary to pay increased attention especially to family members who are facing a long-term health problem. Taurus's Friendship Horoscope 2022. The retrograde Venus located in the 9th house, lasting from January 1st to 29th, affects not only the love life of Taurus, but also his personal growth and balanced friendships. As the planet Uranus is also in a retrograde position in the period from the 1st to the 18th of January, the time for consolidating friendly bonds will not be until 18th January. In January, the retrograde Venus teaches important lessons on how to look at relationships, but also at the closest ties with friends. It focuses on re-evaluating relationships that make sense for the future and ending relationships that are irrelevant. You take the most out of friendships as much as you can, and you try to offer your true face to your friends. We focus mainly on aspects of important values and inner harmony. That's why there will be people by your side who reinforce your own value and align with your needs or ideas. At the end of January, the disgruntled Venus may also affect the disharmony of relations with roommates or friends with whom we do not have the strongest friendship. That's why January is the month when you should focus fully on your closest friends. Friendship will be a very important part of Taurus's life throughout 2022, as most transits that affect Taurus's energy will be conducive to friendships. In February, you will focus mainly on your own future, and on February 16th, full moon in the sign of Leo in the 4th astrological house brings a close connection with the family and the expansion of friendly relations. It is an ideal opportunity for a small party, to which you can also invite new people who can later become your friends. In February, the Sun entering the sign of Pisces in the 11th astrological house gives you charm and an exceptional presentation of yourself. You will have a charismatic effect on others, which will also help you establish new relationships or make new contacts. February will be important for Taurus, not only in terms of friendship, but also in terms of new contacts that will have value in the future. February 23rd, and the period until the end of this month, brings the action of the sextile of Mars with the planet Neptune in the 10th and 11th houses. It influences Taurus consciousness and concentrates energy on deep knowledge of spirituality and the power of consciousness. You approach friendship in a different style, and you try to penetrate the depths of your loved ones, and you are a bit of a curious person. You can be relentless, which can bring tension to such friendships that do not handle too much closeness and intimacy. You will try to penetrate the emotions of your friend so deeply that your friend may feel that you are invading his privacy too much. It may sometimes be better to focus on your own personal growth than to advise people who don't even care. It is this fact that will remind you of the end of February. Third month of 2022, the month of March, means mainly tolerance, focusing on the future, and harmonizing care with your friendly relations. Around March 20th, the Sun will enter the 12th house, which means a rebirth and a new beginning. These strong energies affect the sign of Taurus and his friendships in an interesting way, because some friendships can grow into something deeper at this time. On March 20th, shared love and intimacy on a friendly level can turn into another knowledge of love, especially if you have been trying to get the other person's attention for a long time. March is an ideal opportunity for those Taurus who long for a non-friendly relationship with someone they already know well. Thus, the first quarter of 2022 marks a positive radiance of astrological transits to Taurus friendships. The second quarter of the year can fundamentally shake the friendship. Taurus are affected by the retrograde Mercury in the 2nd and 1st astrological houses. Before that, however, from April 29th, you will still feel the possibility of slow mental growth. Find out the causes of problems in one of your friendships. This gift brings Taurus a retrospective movement of the planet Pluto in the ninth house of Taurus, which focuses on the analysis of the remaining problems. So if you have unresolved relationships with certain friends, and especially relationships from the past, retrograde Pluto gives you the perfect opportunity to analyze and solve problems that discourage your soul. Be aware that troubled friendships may hit your personality hard in 2022 and may hamper your overall personality development. Due to unresolved relationships, you can also perceive a great feeling of loneliness and disruption of the connection with your own interior. The 2022 horoscope draws attention mainly to the month of May, when you should focus all your attention on the harmonization of unbalanced friendships. From the 1st to the 10th of May, you have such an exceptional opportunity and even the confidence and determination to finally resolve the disharmonious relationships of the past. The period when you should focus on your own qualities and avoid teaching others or social events is from May 10th to June 3rd, when Mercury's retrograde movement will hit Taurus in the second and later in the first astrological house. The beginning of May, its center and end will also affect friendships, and some Taurus will be breathtaking. The year of retrograde Mercury means a discrepancy between ideas and communication skills. It also focuses energy on future plans. A huge awakening awaits some of Taurus. You may be struggling with a truth that has been hidden from you so far. This truth can also hurt. The year of retrograde Mercury means that broken friendships can fail. You will need to pay more attention to friends who you think are slandering you behind your back or who are bringing gossip to others. You need to reevaluate every friend you are currently in contact with, because if you do not make order in this area of relationships, there can be a lot of confusion in your life. This period is not suitable for communication, but rather for re-evaluating relationships and cleaning up in emotions. You need to listen more to your heart and focus mainly on what your closest friend is serious about. There are assumptions that some of your friends will ugly betray you in May. Also avoid friendships that are only here for you if they need something from you. On the other hand, if you have made a friendship in the past because of your mistake, retrograde Mercury gives you the space and opportunity to open this story and start writing a new chapter for it. You will be able to understand what you have done wrong in the past and bring remediation to meaningful past relationships. From June 3rd, the retrograde Mercury leaves the first astrological house, and on June 4th, Saturn also operates in the area of friendship in the 10th house. The retrograde movements of the planets in 2022 will strongly guide the values, priorities, and development of Taurus's personality. Saturn's retrograde movement in the 10th house also affects friendship. During these months, until October 23rd, you should be wary of relationships that can misuse your good energy. You may face new encounters and new friendships that will seek your favor only because they have side intentions. These months are not ideal for making new friendships because you could enter into relationships that are only superficial and that require more from you than they offer. June, July, August, September and the first half of October will be neutral in friendly relations. However, Taurus may feel a greater decline in energy, mainly due to the fact that one of your friends will need your financial help in June or October. In this regard, you will have to decide whether to sacrifice the money saved for the benefit of another person, or rather direct it elsewhere. Since the retrograde Saturn opens a great sacrifice in Taurus, it will be you who will harmonize more than one relationship and conflict between friends during this period. However, these months also mean a very positive attitude towards life in the area of one's own personal progress. You will be a counselor and helper for the soul of many a lost friend, who will greatly appreciate your advice, which will be vital to him in one case. So try to analyze the problems of others, so that you do not disrupt the relationships between individual friends. From September 10th to October 2nd, the friendship will be hit again by the retrograde Mercury. This time it hits the 6th and 7th houses, which affects the management of life. Taurus will feel nervous in the presence of other people, and therefore has the opportunity to focus on work and long-term goals. Retrograde Mercury during September is certainly not a good time to establish new friendships. From September 28 to October 1st, you will feel the entrance of the home planet Venus to the 6th astrological house. There are days full of caution, because a friend has deeper intentions with you. He is determined, and may even try to disrupt your harmonious love affair. Someone will be very interested in you, and will not look at how many relationships they can destroy. So be careful when you hear any gossip about your person, because during this time it can mean an effort to disrupt your love life. Excessive interest in your person from someone close to you, so far, can be scary, and this relationship can lead to a certain obsession. So be careful, especially at the end of September, and remember that your kind and open nature can be understood completely differently. On October 9th, you will be struck by a certain feeling of loneliness, which will help you overcome the entry of Venus and the Sun into the 7th house around October 23rd. From October 30th, the retrograde Mars reaches the 2nd astrological house, which means very strong desires to show respect. However, there is also jealousy, which has its place even in closest friendships. You will want to steal your companion just for yourself, and you will focus your free time mainly on the time spent with your loved ones. On November 25th, we perceive a new moon in the 7th house, which with its operation also improves interpersonal relationships. The end of November means ideal days for a small party, or for fun in the company of friends. If you meet new interesting people, the friendships you will get at the end of November will be valuable and long-lasting. The last quarter of the year does not bring any disharmonious aspects that would reveal the unrest in friendly relations. In love and friendship, the energies will be undisturbed. December 23rd brings a new moon in the 9th house, and thus also new opinions and new discoveries. You will learn news that will be positive, and that will leave you with a whole range of joyful emotions. For Taurus, the end of the year will be satisfied, without unexpected negative effects. Marriage and Pregnancy Horoscope Taurus 2022. In 2022, you will have an exceptional number of opportunities to father a coveted baby. For those Taurus who are in a relationship with another zodiac sign, or with another Taurus, there are several ideal opportunities. It is the signs that are highly compatible in love that will be a great success. If you are trying for a first child, there are up to 5 periods in 2022, when the energies are very strongly oriented to produce a new or first offspring. An unsuitable opportunity to conceive a descendant, on the other hand, is the period of retrograde Venus, the ruling planet of Taurus, as well as the period of receding Mercury, which affects Taurus's energy up to 4 times during 2022. Mercury merges with the retrograde Venus in January, so from January 1st to February 4th, it is not an ideal time to have a baby. The more complicated days of pregnancy will also be the days from May 10th to June 3rd, from September 10th to October 2nd, as well as the end of the year, from December 29th to the end of 2022. The first suitable days for any Taurus seeking to the conception of the offspring is February 7th to 8th, 2022. During this period, no negative aspect is noticeable that would act in a direction affecting the conception of the child. If you are trying for a long time to have a baby with your partner, the next option, and the most suitable time of 2022, will be March 6th, 7th, and 8th. If you are longing for a child, it is necessary to omit mainly periods of disturbing elements, and thus the retrograde movement of Mercury and Venus. The next occasion is April 3rd and 4th, and then this period comes a period of rest, when there are no positive transits indicating enhanced fertility, or easier conception of the child. From 5th April to 6th November, there is a period of more than half a year for each Taurus to regenerate, and focus mainly on improving their physical health. The body must be in harmony with peace of mind, so that you can fully capture the other opportunities for pregnancy that the months of November and December will bring you. Other suitable days when Taurus will be endowed with increased fertility will be 7th August and 9th November, as well as 5th and 6th December. In 2022, Taurus will get up to 5 options for pregnancy in February, March, April, November and December. The astrological chart for 2022 for the sign of Taurus therefore recommends any Taurus who longs for a baby to follow these dates, which specify strong fertile days, as well as the best options for fathering your coveted baby. These dates may not be exact, so it is necessary to follow the reproductive regime of Taurus and set as close as possible to these dates. Thus, Taurus should mainly avoid the period of retrograde Venus and retrograde Mercury, which will not bring great success in the field of conception of the offspring, or pregnancy will be complicated. Is 2022 a good year for marriage of Taurus? Retrograde Venus at the beginning of 2022 will remind you of more important topics than marriage. It focuses its energy mainly on building its own self, and since the energy of Taurus is strongly affected, it is quite possible that it will tear you away from reality. However, in 2022, the astrological chart also indicates suitable opportunities for marriage, as well as a period when concluding such important steps is not recommended. As in pregnancy, periods of retrograde Venus and retrograde Mercury are not recommended during marriage. In the following lines, you can read when this period occurs, and therefore what are the inappropriate positions for marriage. From the 1st of January to the 4th of February, the action of the retrograde Venus intersects with Mercury in the same motion. From the 1st to the 18th of January, the planet Uranus is added to this transit, which means a very bad position for marriage. These marriages are usually not long-term, and they have to go through a lot of problems during the relationship. Other dates that future spouses should avoid to get married are from 10th May to 3rd June, from 10th September to 2nd October, as well as the end of the year, from 29th December to 2023. On the other hand, if you and your partner are Taurus, and if you have decided in 2022 to enter into a marriage, the ideal and the best days for marriage is the period from February 5th to 14th, when Venus passes in the 10th house. Another great opportunity is the days from June 4th to June 26th. These days present a long and lasting marriage to the future. The next special opportunity for a marriage that will be loving for the rest of your life is the days from August 2nd to September 9th. These days are the most suitable period of 2022 for concluding a marriage. According to astrology, this marriage is exceptionally strong, satisfying, and lasts for the rest of our lives. So if you are a Taurus considering the ideal date for marriage in 2022, this year will give you more options. The most suitable and ideal option for planning a date for a successful marriage, according to the astrological chart, is the period from August 2nd to September 9th, as we have already mentioned. These days end the most ideal terms for marriage for the sign of Taurus. For the rest of the year, Taurus focuses on other life values, or focuses energy on decisions about other life goals and values. It is these facts that could divert your attention from planning your common future in a different undesirable direction. Therefore, the last suitable opportunity of the year is September 9th, 2022. Dear Taurus, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Taurus, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Career and Financial Horoscope 2022 for Taurus Zodiac Sign. Career Horoscope Taurus 2022. The ruling planet of Taurus, Venus, which is retrograde during most of January, also guides your stability and career perspective. January will not bring new opportunities for the bulls who are currently looking for a job, because during the movement of the retrograde Venus, it is not appropriate to make a strong decision, change jobs, and this astrological transit is not even favorable for those who want to start something new. The planet Venus rules Taurus not only in love and harmony, but it is also a planet of finances and values of life. As a career plays a very important role in Taurus's life, the January return of Venus will also influence the priorities in this direction. This allows you to reconsider whether you are in the right place in your life or doing what you really enjoy. During this period, it is best to look back briefly and evaluate the previous successes that have brought you to where you are now. Venus is also responsible for your creative feelings, and its retrograde movement gives a deeper and more meaningful view of creative activity. During the retrograde Venus, women born in the sign of Taurus have the opportunity to create something beautiful with their hands or their soul. It is a good time for those who work in households and play with the idea of a small renovation or replacement of some furniture. However, large purchases are definitely not recommended. Anyone who makes a living from creative activity in their life will feel the gifts that this movement of Venus brings. Children born at a time when Venus is retrograde are often less self-confident and can be lonely. This is how most people will feel during this period, and especially your sign of Taurus and the sign of Libra with which you share the ruling planet. Even if you struggle with feelings of self-worth, especially in your career, January will help you analyze the pros and cons of your current job, which you will either leave or appreciate later. Venus is in your 9th house, so it's a good time to think about your career, your visions, your future, and the dreams you want to fulfill. It is very likely that the energy of Venus in January will help you understand your future goal. From January 14th to February 4th, the retrograde Mercury, which affects the 10th and 9th astrological houses, also intensifies the influence on Taurus's career. As it intersects with the period of retrograde Venus, it brings caution in self-expression and in its own presentation. From this point of view, there is no favorable period for job interviews, presentations, or the launch of new projects. What is begun must be completed in the work, so that you can enter a new period with a clear slate and completed tasks. On February 4th, the Sun in conjunction with Saturn in the 10th house affects Taurus's work and career. This allows you to focus fully on your long-term goals and work, which will bring you a positive reputation. Every social event you take with your colleagues will result in an excellent response to your person. On February 8th, it warns every Taurus that you will be hit by the trigon of Mars from the planet Uranus in the 9th and 1st houses, which will result in a kind of fanaticism in persuading others. You will want to push your own opinions among other colleagues, which can cause a complicated period. Even those whose work in households will show strange behaviors, where logical thinking will conflict with what your heart tells you. The period of special behavior on your part will break until the entry of the planet Mercury into the 10th house, when you can once again fully focus on your own personal goals and ambitions. The end of February does not bring any significant changes or negative transits that could affect energy at work or in the performance of your profession. At the end of the month, caring for young children will be more difficult, because Venus in conjunction with the planet with Mars in the 9th house means conflicts mainly between understanding and learning. By the end of the month, it will be more difficult to help children with homework, and it will be more difficult to understand their emotional needs. This area of work will mainly affect those whose job is to take care of children, and may also complicate the overall family well-being at the end of February. So far, during January and February, there have not been many suitable opportunities for those looking for a new job. Astrological transits do not indicate great or rapid progress for the unemployed, but this will change with the entry of Mars into the 10th house. From March 4th to 10th, there is an ideal opportunity for Taurus to star and show others all his strengths, and to present his person very positively. The unemployed should therefore pay attention, as these days are strongly focused on Taurus's career, pushing leadership skills and a great charismatic radiance of personality to the forefront. So February is the perfect time to send resumes, and in early March you can reap the rewards of your efforts. This positive period will be felt from the beginning of March until March 17th, when Taurus is slowly beginning to be influenced by the full moon in the 6th astrological house. On March 17th, 18th, and 19th, you will try in vain to move forward, change things at work, or bring innovation to the minds of others. A futile effort can give you a negative view of your work so far. However, do not despair, because these energies are due to a strong full moon, which affects your home's health and work. If you are very passionate about new projects or completing complicated things, it can make you more stressed, and this attitude at work can cause you to be very exhausted or even sick. We will talk more about how Taurus's work will affect health in the health section in 2020. To this March energy of full moon in the 6th house is added the square of the ruling planet Venus with Uranus, which will negatively affect your work endurance and hard work. You will be lazy, which only indicates the need for more rest and relaxation. You should listen to your body and your energy more in March than before, because by slowing down your pace, you can avoid a health problem that will result from your zeal and stress. With the entry of the Sun into the sign of Aries around March 20th, each of you strives to achieve perfection in life. This applies not only to the areas of love, health, but also to careers and finances. The entry of the Sun into the 12th house will affect every Taurus who feels that he needs to make more order in a certain direction of life. This will mainly affect Taurus looking for work or those who are dissatisfied with their job. As you will not feel the return of Mercury until May 10th, the second half of March, and the month of April will be excellent opportunities to change your profession, or at least to change the position in which you now work. So if you're playing with the idea of a change in your career life, the second half of March and the period up to May 10th, focus strong vibrations on career success. The warning period for those Taurus who work in the household is the full moon of the 6th house, when you will focus your energy on doing work, mainly to satisfy the needs of others. You will feel this strong influence of the full moon on April 15th, 16th, and 17th, when you will not enjoy the work you do. You will be struggling with the idea of leaving everything built so far, but be aware that these large mood swings on your career or on your household activities can be mainly a strong moon affecting your health and your work. Again, during this period, you need to relax and focus mainly on eliminating the stress in life and minimizing the solution of problems that would be difficult to solve now and would only bring you a lot of stress and restlessness. You feel a huge feeling of vitality and self-confidence with the entry of the Sun into your first house, which takes place on April 20th. From April 20th to May 10th, those whose job is home care will also have the opportunity. Taurus will generate a huge amount of good ideas to help improve the functioning of the household. You can create a home plan of tasks that will be performed by each member of the household. You can buy a new appliance to help you carry out your daily activities. The second half of April brings you the opportunity to buy the thing you need for a long time. But make it to May 10th, when the planet Mercury gets back in motion in the 2nd and 1st house of Taurus. Transit brings a lot of problems from the past, also related to your career and finances. From May 10th, you have a strong urge to focus mainly on self-realization and overall relaxation of body and soul. Although work is very important, you feel an inner insecurity from this direction, which is related to unfinished past tasks or things that you did not do correctly. You focus not only on material values, but also on your career future. Communication is also now disrupted, so the period of retrograde Mercury in May and early June does not favor unemployed Taurus or those who want to make career changes. If you are planning to change jobs, it is better to leave it to Mercury's influence to end. Rather, complete everything past that can negatively affect your reputation and your career stability. Even those who take care of the household must now gather all their energy and thoroughly clean up the entire household, which must shine with new energy and happiness after June the 3rd. It's time to get rid of all the unnecessary things, analyze the things you don't use, and offer them for sale, or give them to someone who appreciates and needs those things. It is necessary to let new energy into your home, so choose suitable essential oils that will positively affect your thinking and your mood. Knowledge of aromatherapy for the year 2022 also determines a positive scent for the sign of the Taurus to increase performance and energy. Surround yourself with a scent of jasmine, which brings energy, self-confidence, vitality, and in terms of aromatherapy, also means the support of the creative mind. Here you will need mainly small changes or sorting of unnecessary things. Jasmine will highlight the positive energy of your household and cleanse the negative aura of any quarrel or disagreement that has affected the energy of your virtue in the past. The impact of jasmine essential oil on your health and energy will be noticeable in 2022. It not only affects your perception of stress, but also calms your nervous system and stimulates areas of the brain that affect your positive thinking. Bet on the jasmine scent whenever you need to relieve stress levels or calm down after a hard day or an argument. Helps deal with stress, anxiety, depression. In 2022 it is suitable mainly for the sign of Taurus. At times when you need to soothe mild pain or regulate work stress, jasmine is invaluable. It should therefore be part of the office and household of every Taurus. From the second half of June, you will have many opportunities to study in the area in which you work. Taurus that has been thinking for a long time about expanding its abilities can realize these dreams in the second half of June and enroll in a new language course or learn in other ways that motivate and entertain it. You should sacrifice some extra money to build your knowledge and expand your knowledge. It is never too late to start learning a new language that can bring you much more money in the future, not to mention an excellent reputation and what a positive impression you have on others. This development of your personality in the second half of June will also be related to your health, because every such decision will improve your self-confidence and strengthen your mental health. Since August 5th, especially women born in the sign of Taurus have huge opportunities for career success. Until August 13th, a huge militancy and strength to solve every problem that arises at work or at home is pushed into your life. With the entry of Mars into the first house, which begins on August 5th, the women will be very strong and motivated, and therefore will cover every duty, even the one they sometimes leave to their partners. Enjoy these days, because you can fully express not only your femininity, but also abilities that others do not see at other times. On August 20th, the opposition of the Sun with Pluto in the third house of the Sun and in the eighth house of Pluto brings a huge positive effect when working with people. If you work in an area where working with people is required, or are interested in such a job, you have the energy from August 20th until the end of this month, which means a strong will to overcome obstacles. Especially Taurus's career will be very promising in August, and it brings many opportunities, not only for women, but also for men who want to advance their careers. Any obstacles, any challenges or unfinished projects are easily handled in August. For Taurus, there is no good opportunity to travel or vacation during the summer. You should focus on building and strengthening career status, and on growing your own personality through learning and acquiring new knowledge. At the beginning of August, the unemployed, whose aura shines all around, will even have a great opportunity, and from August 10th to August 15th, there will be extremely suitable astrological transits concentrating energy to obtain the profession you desire. Energy is strong, so use it to your advantage, especially if you have been looking for a new job for a long time. In 2022, August represents the second strong opportunity to get the coveted job, especially for the unemployed Taurus. From September 10th to October 2nd, the retrograde Mercury in the 6th and then in the 7th house concentrates Taurus's energy on organizing own life and on its proper management. Taurus may feel nervous in the presence of other people, which can slow down their career growth. The problem period occurs mainly for those who provide services to other people, whose main source of income is working with people. You can feel hampered by the energy of retrograde Mercury. From September 10th to October 2nd, you should rest more and focus on completing open tasks. It is also an ideal time to relax, although it is not an ideal time to travel long distances. Choose a holiday destination that is close to you, or that you can easily manage on a short flight or nearby by car. You will feel nervous in the presence of other people, but this does not apply to your own family. If you manage to relax properly from September 10th to October 2nd and regenerate your mind, the end of the year will be very easy for you, and you will even overcome the problems of November in long-term planning. At the end of October, the energy of Taurus will be affected by the influence of the retrograde Mars in the second house, which focuses mainly on showing respect for the elderly and your superiors. From October until the end of 2022, slight conflicts can be expected, especially if you get caught in the gossip at work that harms others. Stay a loyal person who is interested in himself and who is not interested in insignificant gossip and allusions to the lives of others. From October 30th for the rest of the year, this position of the retrograde Mars brings you the opportunity to show how valuable and loyal you are. Avoid gossiping about others, and don't do it, even if you want to fit in with the team. Showing respect for others is the key to maintaining an excellent reputation in your job. If you are raising children or working at home, it is also a good idea to teach your children how to treat others. Retrograde Mars can hit your energy with great pressure and bring very emotional desires after the end of the year in a better position, or with a larger amount of money in the account. This pressure on your own person can cause tension and stress in your private life, but also on your health. It is better to overcome the period of the receding Mars with its own interior. You have the opportunity to learn, move forward, help others move forward, and teach children mutual respect. Learn to grow, and avoid gossip that can negatively impact the opinion of others on your own person. On November 8th, you also feel problems in long-term planning, as the moon comes in the first astrological house affecting Taurus's career. You will feel pressured and stressed that you will not be able to do everything by the end of the year. However, wave your hand over it, because the world will not collapse, because you do not have time to sign a document or complete replies to all emails. In November, you need to relax more and focus on your own health and the members of your family. Venus in Capricorn during December, and also Jupiter in the 12th house, have a positive effect on career, creativity and housework. December will belong mainly to those whose household requires more love and more positive energy. Don't forget to plan Christmas in the arms of your loved ones, because love for others will also strengthen your new ideas and creativity. From December 20th until the end of the year, there are days that affect people who are engaged in creative or literary activities. Have you been planning to write a book for a long time, or at least publish an article on the web? It is from December 20 until the end of the year that Taurus has the opportunity to start his creative activity, which will enrich your life in the future. The year 2022 therefore means interesting opportunities for the unemployed, up to twice throughout the year. Workers will have to overcome problems, but most of the year again seems to be very favorable for the career of Taurus. Problems, depletion, and energy decline will not be common, and therefore it should be possible to achieve strong satisfaction in your work. Jasmine will help with nervousness, and you will overcome short-term negative aspects more easily. Financial Horoscope Taurus 2022. During January, the retrograde Venus is in the 9th house of philosophy, but from a financial point of view, it will also affect Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. The period of retrograde Venus is a period in finance that is suitable for thinking about past dreams that you wanted to achieve. At the time of the retrograde Venus, it is not unusual if you feel a financial shortage, or you are more concerned with what expenses await you during this year. January will hit Taurus significantly from this point of view, and finances may be an important topic of family conversations. The future in finance may seem vague now, but you should realize that these energies are mainly due to the retrograde Venus, which will fade away in late January. Venus can also cause some unexpected losses or gaps in your financial budget. The January period is not a good month for Taurus to spend money that you did not have planned in advance. Don't buy anything you don't need. On the contrary, try to get rid of unnecessary things that you can sell, and you can improve your family budget. Neither career opportunities nor luck in the game indicate January astrological transits. Even if you don't spend a lot, you will feel instability and uncertainty for your future, which stems from large past expenses. Such an impact will have Venus on Taurus in the first month of 2022, which may make finances one of your priorities to think about. If you calm these energies, so that they don't cause you stress and problems, you can do financial planning and analysis of what you managed to save over the past year. Make goals and plans that you can fulfill during 2022, and reconsider what you really need in life, and what you can't do without. Venus in a retrograde motion also tempts Taurus to buy things just to enchant others. Realize what you need in life, and what you just want to enchant other people's eyes with. It is not necessary to collect a lot of wealth to be happier in life. It is this fact that your ruling planet wants to remind you during January. The months of February, March, and almost all of April do not bring any negative aspects that would significantly affect finances. With the expiration of Venus back on January 29, Taurus gets into the desired mental stability in terms of finances, when there is a feeling of scarcity, and finances are harmonized. In particular, your subconscious will tell you that you have enough money to handle every unexpected expense during the first quarter of 2022. Around April 29, Taurus will feel Mercury entering the second astrological house, which is now the property house, and is often associated with your own zodiac sign. From the point of view of the transition of direct Mercury to the second astrological house, you can generate new ideas that will significantly improve your finances during the year 2022. This position of Mercury also connects financial affairs and property with the home of Taurus. The financial improvement comes mainly from those Taurus who are engaged in educating other people. If you've been toying with the idea of starting a career in selling your knowledge for a long time, the end of April is very much in favor of you taking the first step. You need to invest wisely in yourself, in your time, and share your skills and knowledge with other people. In the same way, some Taurus will be able to get even more money into their wallets during 2022, which will significantly ease your financial worries. During May, you see the transit of Mercury in sextile with Venus, while Mercury is located in the house of property and finance. This positive transit strengthens your charisma, and thanks to that you can easily make new friendships that will mainly affect your financial budget from a positive point of view. You can get friendships that will open your eyes in the direction in which you can do business in the future, or advise you on how to improve your overall family budget. On May the 10th, the period of the return of Mercury begins, but also the planet Jupiter enters the 12th house of Taurus. From the 9th to the 10th of May, you have a great opportunity to take risks in the field of finance and try to bet in the lottery. Jupiter is a planet of happiness, and when it is located in the 12th house, it means a reward, a win, simply put, an unexpected and quick improvement into the financial budget. Do not hesitate, therefore, and use these suitable days when happiness wishes you, especially in the field of finance. From May the 10th to June the 3rd, Taurus is affected by the retrograde Mercury, first in the second house and later in the first house. The period of the retrograde Mercury does not recommend Taurus to make big decisions, sign important documents, withdraw, or take risks in the game or in financial matters. It brings to the life of the Taurus the search for identity and opportunities to improve its future. You can expect a slight imbalance in finances, as during this period of Mercury's movement it is very common for appliances to break down, or you will have a problem with small electronics. From this perspective, You will need to replace the old piece with a new one, which can negatively, but to a small extent, affect your finances and the spring family budget. In early June, you will have trouble mentally liberating yourself and bringing new ideas and thoughts into your life. You develop a desire for physical pleasure of a new kind, and therefore you tend to overeat. This increased appetite can also affect your final management during the month of June. The entry of the planet Mercury into the Gemini sign during June 13th will also enrich you with great ideas, when you will get good ideas on how to save and how to relax without spending a huge amount of money to relax. The next A belongs to the full moon in the 8th house, which in terms of finances means total intuition. This intuition is also related to your financial future, when you prefer to save some extra money that could be useful in the future. June will also test you in terms of your great love for material things, when you will tend to buy useless things and spend money on things for yourself or others. If you do not want to get into financial difficulties during the summer, the horoscope clearly recommends that you control your desires, especially around June 23rd, when Venus enters the 2nd house, and so you tend to spend your money headless. Taurus will feel this period until the end of June, so it is advisable to focus your energies on other areas of life, so that you do not focus on buying unnecessary things. There are no negative transits affecting finances until the 22nd, and on the 22nd of July the Sun is in the 4th astrological house, which means security, not only in the emotional direction, but also in finance. At this time, the Sun is focused on financial resources and on reassessing the personal insecurity you have in life. You long for material success, and you may feel tired, as there has not been much time to rest. The year 2022 will be difficult for Taurus from a labor and financial point of view, because they will not even realize how fast its first half will pass. It will remind you on 22nd July that you need to slow down, even though it leads you to strengthen not only your position at work, but also your financial stability. Pay special attention to the greed of others in your area who will want to use your good nature to make a financial fortune. Only give money to other people if they have a good enough reason to do so from your point of view. You will be able to evaluate well what you need to buy, what expenses make sense in your life. This way you will be able to avoid making insignificant purchases or spending money from your family members. However, it will want a hard hand on your part. By August 20th, watch out for finances and try to stabilize your spendings. From August 20th, you can feel the directive Mars in the 2nd astrological house, and so your desire to increase finances and wealth is again affected. Mars with its energy can force you to spend all the money you have earned. The period around September is also a good time for a holiday, so these energies may overlap, and so Taurus will tend to spend a lot of money mainly in this direction. However, try to choose your vacation wisely. This year is not even a good year to travel to distant countries, so choose nearby trips where you can indulge in more luxury for the money you had planned for this year's vacation. You need to learn to define clear rules not only for yourself, but for your family members. The strongly seated Mars in the 2nd astrological house also draws attention to business activities. Therefore, this period is not suitable for starting a business, nor for a change of profession and employment. Finance is achieved by Mars by all possible means, and therefore Taurus should not be surprised if its passion for profit prevails over any other rational reasoning. Planet Mars settles in Gemini until the end of 2022, so for the rest of the year, you will focus mainly on making a financial profit. Taurus will focus all its attention and all its energy, mainly on improving the family budget and on achieving its financial goals. From this point of view, the end of the year can be complicated for Taurus, as they will forget the more important values of life. Focusing on the material security of the family will keep you so busy that it will be difficult to perceive the love of your family, friendship, or the beauty of everyday moments. The only recommendation for Taurus in the field of finance for the end of 2022, from August 20th, is to try to diversify your interests between love, career, finance, family, and, of course, you must also focus on taking care of your physical and mental health. While this may be complicated for you, mainly because of the effect of the mighty Mars on the second astrological house, you must realize that money does not carry everything, and that real values are waiting to be noticed, and fully devoted to them. From the point of view of astrological transits, the end of the year no longer indicates any complications or extraordinary possibilities for an unexpected profit. Precisely because the energies affecting Taurus's finances appear to be balanced, the Taurus would not have to worry about any financial loss, nor would it have to focus on quick profits. Excessive pursuit of quick earnings, or a strong focus on achieving finance through a career, will rob you of the moments you should spend with your loved ones. This zeal towards finances can turn you, not only to spending time with loved ones, but also to other important moments that you should definitely not miss at the end of the year just to focus all your energy on making money. Sometimes it is better to be content with what you have in life than to pursue things that take you away from other important moments and experiences in life. This fact is the main thing Taurus should remember during 2022. Dear Taurus, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes, Taurus, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022. Health and Vitality Horoscope Taurus 2022. The health of Taurus in 2022 will be conditioned his problems in love, but also by workload. At the beginning of the year, the retrograde Venus in the 9th astrological house will also affect the health of Taurus, when he will be mainly looking for mental peace. Some Taurus, especially those who are more sensitive, will feel a desire for complete solitude, seeking long walks alone, or moments when they can indulge in silence and solitude. If you are in a relationship with Taurus, you should take note of this fact and give your Taurus more well-being, less worry, and even loneliness during January. A mental restart at the beginning of the year is extremely important for year-round well-being. You will think about the great themes of life, and when retrograde Venus is in the 9th house, you will also sacrifice the closeness and love of others to achieve your own inner peace. You will analyze the health issues that have plagued you in the past, and that have been with you for some time, during the retrograde Venus, and try to find a solution to this problem. January will enrich you with a strong sense of harmony with yourself, and in the field of health it will strengthen your psyche in particular. You can achieve an exceptional level of peace and close the negative past aspects that affect your health, even if you often do not even realize it. January 2022 is extremely important for you to harmonize your body with your soul, to reach a new level of peace, to find answers to questions about your health problems. However, try not to avoid people who wish you happiness and health, because these people can be helpful in analyzing your problems. A great opportunity for healing, for one's own mental spirituality, and for strengthening one's health comes right at the beginning of the year, on January 9th, when the first lunar quarter is located in the 12th astrological house. Heal your physical health, but also your soul. Any problem that occurred in your life in the previous year can now be slowed down, and you can even cure it. Fully focus on your health in January, even as the energies of astrological transits divert you in a different direction. Your attitude to your health in the first month of the year will be reflected in the following months of 2022. During February, there are no transits affecting Taurus's health, and it is therefore assumed the Taurus will not experience any unexpected complications after physical or mental health. February belongs to walking the crowd, it belongs to different values, and it focuses on different life directions. You will not be bothered by health, on the contrary, you will feel balanced energies that help you overcome everyday life problems. On March 2nd, the Sun is in the sextile with Uranus in the 11th house, and the Sun in this house brings help from those who help you realize your own life value and who love you. Do not resist help from others, especially if it concerns your medical condition. At the beginning of March, pay attention to your physical health, which you may find indifferent on your part. You will neglect a healthy diet, you will not focus on a regular drinking regimen, and the diet will be generally inappropriate, and your body will not be able to get enough energy from the diet you indulge. March 9th is an excellent day to turn in this direction, when you should think about how you eat. Throughout March, your thoughts will be directed very intensively towards the effort to improve your diet and to achieve overall perfection and harmony between body and psyche. The pursuit of perfection comes with the entry of the Sun into the 12th astrological house, from March 20th to April 29th. For Taurus, these days are a time when you can begin to build a relationship with physical activity and can motivate other family members as well. Teach young children in the family that the plate does not always have to be overfilled to be happy. Teach them about a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating and exercise. It is in the period from March 20th to April 29th that you will have many opportunities to motivate your family members to a healthy lifestyle. Vitality also comes with the transfer of the Sun to the first house. A complete restart of your life, also from the point of view of health, not only brings self-confidence, but also strengthens your physical energy. From April 20th, the Sun shifts your zodiac sign, which is a great time to harmonize your thoughts. It was the thoughts and worries of the first quarter of 2022 that also affected your sense of stress and anxiety. As the month of January was suitable for completing important work duties, it could also deprive you of some energy, which you will now have to recharge. There are also a number of negative transits in May that affect your overall well-being in your emotions and love. The horoscope of May 2022 suggests that you may be betrayed by a friend, that family relationships will be disrupted, and even that your overall financial situation may deteriorate slightly. You will overcome the total emotional decline in the month of May 2022, only with a great mental condition, which you will have to build at the beginning of the year. So don't underestimate the spring months of the year, when you need enough energy to master the negative aura acting towards your zodiac sign. On May 15th, the Sun acts in quadrature with Saturn on the first house. This more negative transit thus brings internal uncertainty. Do you feel tension, disharmony? Do you feel a total decline in your relationships and emotions? Do you overcome this inner uncertainty by relaxing and resting? Ideal if you are joined by a beloved member of your family or a furry friend, a dog or a cat, who will be a great healer for you in 2020. If you do not have a pet, just the month of May will warn you several times that you should spread your love between these dumb faces as well. Sharing love supports your mental health and resilience. The animal will help you relax, help you move more physically, and will be the best psychologist for you in 2022. If you have considered a pet in the past, there is no better time than this year. The fragrant oil jasmine, which is your oil of 2022, will also help you boost your health, energy, and vitality. Put the oil in places where its scent will help you relax and come up with other thoughts. Overall, May is the most complicated month of 2022. From May 24th to August 20th, you should not travel anywhere, because Mars is working on your house of health in the 12th house, which provides a warning of danger, violence, but also unexpected travel accidents. This long period of 2022 is really not suitable for any risky activities that could break your physical health. Danger comes mainly from risky activities and when traveling long distances. So be careful. If you have to travel during this period, do not take any hitchhikers, and do not be too trusting. As danger and violence intersect in terms of this astrological transit, you will have to be more careful than before, especially in the area of your health. On August 26th, the directive Mercury enters the 6th astrological house and positively affects the health of every Taurus. Mercury in the 6th house focuses mainly on health issues and the mental abilities of the individual. The past negative period will be forgotten, and you can work on your health and self-realization. You can embark on a new diet or on new goals that you want to achieve in the area of your health. This transit also signals the cure of a long-term problem, or at least finding a solution or the right path. You will find the answer in which direction to go. In some respects, a person affected by Mercury may be sensitive to physical pain, and therefore this is not an appropriate time to undergo surgery. Thus, more sensitive individuals, and especially women born in the sign of Taurus, will find it more difficult to cope with any physical pain. On the other hand, analytical thinking and your intelligence will help you to simply analyze a health problem not only for you, but also for your family members. Therefore, if you meet people who are solving a long-term problem, you can give them appropriate advice in the area of better nutrition, in the area of drinking regime, or direct them to the advice of experts. It will be you who can help others, especially if Libra, Cancer, Taurus, Scorpio or Sagittarius have a health problem in your area. You will be very close to these signs in the field of health, and you will be a great advisor to them. Until the end of September, your intuition can help many people solve complicated health problems. From September 20th, the Sun enters the 6th astrological house, and you focus on your health and on building your children's strong defenses. Some of your children, or close family members, even you, may catch a cold during this period or deal with another, not very serious, health problem. Dealing with a cold or flu, as well as other health problems, will deprive you of a large amount of energy, which you will have to accumulate again during the next month. In September, your energies are directed mainly to caring for your own household, your family, and the health of all your loved ones. Also, the September astrological chart does not indicate that there are negative transits to a major impact on your health. The astrological chart also looks at the month of October, which is balanced and harmonious from a health point of view. The month of November will be specific in that your female side is mainly reflected in your life, so you can also deal with women's diseases. In November, they should therefore draw the attention of women who have already overcome some unsightly illnesses in the past. You need to be very careful, because in November, a poor diet, lack of exercise, or complete ignorance of the symptoms could lead to a serious illness or a return of the disease from the past. Women, focus more on your health in November, and be careful about past illnesses. Throughout December, you need to be very careful, because in the month of November, a poor diet, lack of exercise, or complete ignorance of the symptoms could lead to a serious illness or a return of the disease from the past. Women, focus more on your health in November, and be careful about past illnesses. The whole December in Taurus is mainly at the level of mental development and very good health. December does not specify the negative aspects of Taurus's health. On the contrary, you will be able to strengthen your defenses, and mental well-being will significantly strengthen your physical health. Many Taurus will realize the true values of life, even as the energies of Mars guide you to finance. However, several Taurus, especially around the Christmas period, will understand that the health of the family and oneself is especially important for everyone in your area to be happy. The year 2022 also means, from a health point of view, more complicated periods for Taurus, during which you will have to proceed with caution. Taurus's astrological chart for 2022 clearly points to transits that could be dangerous from a health point of view. So if you are interested in how your health will develop in 2022, focus mainly on the dates that this horoscope pointed out in the part of health in 2022. Taurus are mainly in terms of mental development and very good health. December does not specify the negative aspects of Taurus's health. On the contrary, you will be able to strengthen your defenses, and mental well-being will significantly strengthen your physical health. Many Taurus will realize the true values of life, even as the energies of Mars guide you to finance. However, several Taurus, especially around the Christmas period, will understand that the health of the family and oneself is especially important for everyone in your area to be happy. The year 2022 also means, from a health point of view, more complicated periods for Taurus, during which you will have to proceed with caution. Taurus's astrological chart for 2022 clearly points to transits that could be dangerous from a health point of view. So if you are interested in how your health will develop in 2022, focus mainly on the dates that this horoscope pointed out in the section on Taurus health in 2022. Dear Taurus, if you like the horoscope, please support us and subscribe our channel. For more horoscopes Taurus, visit to links that you can find in the video description. Biggest Horoscope 2022 are prepared by fortune teller and site www.horoscope-divination.com. Wish you all the best in 2022.